Vince, roll a plus 30. Your new cultural anthropology thing.
So anthropology plus 30?
Yeah.
Use the Russian.
Good luck.
Nice.
Cool. Be sure to take off the plus 30.
You bitch.
Yeah.
Yep. Another Russian custom. And it has no accent, of course. Completely, they live in the suburbs, 2-car garage, all that. Here's some pictures of the home, and I'll read some shit. Also, as you're getting ready to go in, you do notice the neighbor across the street is busy clipping her bushes. Everybody give me a botany roll.
Oh, those are boxwoods, eh? Oh, those are cactus.
No, it looks more like a jungle gym to me.
It's a camel.
She seems to be paying no attention to anything except her bushes. Everybody give me a spot hidden roll at half.
Does she have an earpiece?
Russian
No.
Not at half.
answers.
Okay.
Hey,
It's all up to Corey.
you got this, Corey.
Go spot at half, Corey.
Ooh.
Nice.
Here's the bushes. She's just barely missing, and she's like.
That
Anyone-
lady's not cutting the bushes.
What's that?
Anyone want a first aid
missing.
plus 20?
She's missing?
Yeah, she's paying attention to us. She's probably some sort of gossip hound. Spread rumors.
Russians pretending. I started looking around. The whole
Sleeper
neighborhood.
agents.
Now,
Is she the great alien?
Yeah, Russian alien.
Answers.
I like that Vince immediately goes to Gray Alien. He's been playing the campaign long enough now to go to that and not be cathodic crazy. Okay, the husband's name is Oliver, and something before he starts babbling at you, some things that you notice in the living room, the room you're in. The couch cushions are compressed all the way across. There's also a movie ticket for a matinee during the work week left on the desk. The living room printer is full of high-end cardstock, and in the guest downstairs bedroom are damp towels and husband's toiletry bag. And
Say that last part again about the toiletry bag.
damp towels and the husband's toiletry bag are in the downstairs bathroom. What that all means is up to you to figure out. But the husband goes, I don't know what to say. Everybody loved Terry. No one would want to hurt her. My poor daughter is devastated. And
Oliver was his name?
yes. By the way, his daughter seems to have a couple friends over there doing the gathering and talking in low voices, consolation thing in the kitchen.
Oliver, were you and your wife having any difficulties?
Things were as good as they always were.
I want to do empathy on him as he's responding.
Well.
I've done enough marriage counseling sessions looking that I recognize the signs of probably separation or being on the outs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You picked up on it right away.
Yeah. So you and your wife, you haven't had any arguments recently or anything?
Well, yeah, I don't know what you mean.
How long have you been
Have you
happily
been fighting with your wife, sir?
No. Of course not.
Okay. Okay. When was the last time you saw your wife?
That would be last night before she went to work. Late afternoon.
What time did she go to work?
Well, she came back for dinner, but then she had to go do some more paperwork at the office. I'm not sure. I wasn't here. I was at Pink Slip Mixer with some other unemployed friends till about 1 a.m.
So you weren't home. You didn't see. How do you know she came home for dinner?
Oh, my daughter, or actually, she called me and said, I'm going to be home for dinner. I said, I'm at the Pink Slip Mixer. She said, oh, okay.
So you don't know if she actually ever came home.
Carla, was mom home for dinner? Yes, Dad. Yeah.
On that movie matinee ticket, what time was on there? And I want to make note of the theater and the time.
The day before the murder thing. It was about 2 p.m. So, but it's an entire day before the murder thing took place.
Okay, I just make note of the theater and the movie.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been married, Mr. Purser?
20 years.
And your wife, before you got married?
Also 20 years. Oh, sorry.
Where did she live?
Nebraska.
And how did you all meet?
What?
How did you meet?
Oh, he goes through this elaborate. It shows him like, and let's see. Corey, give me a empathy at quarter. Vince quarter. Wrestling minus 10%. It's one of those kind of right.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince is making some rolls today. I don't know how to fucking react. Okay, for Vince and Jason, this looks like one of those stories that's really super well rehearsed, so that you can tell it without it sounding rehearsed. But it's definitely, and the reason Jay got a much less of a negative on that is because he had already like cracked into that before. But Vince is like, he's like, is it right?
I kind of pull Rustlin off to the side.
Yeah, says Wrestling being yanked off to the side. The guy continues talking to Corey, telling him, this charming story. It involved like them sitting in like the swan-shaped pedal boat and shit.
I whispered to Jason, they've been married for 20 years. She popped up 20 years ago. It's rehearsed. So my thought is it's just a whole big setup.
He's wrestling rad, not Jason.
Or wrestling.
It says it on the screen next to his face. Look at his face and then down a little bit and see it. keep babbling at him. I'm with you.
I'm not sure if the daughter is involved in any way. I just want to get your opinions.
I lean in. Putin.
Hey, Logan. I have
He's an agent.
training in hypnosis and psychology and all of that. Can I tell if somebody's been programmed? Manchurian Candidate programmed?
You don't think, give me a hypnosis roll. You get a check in the skill. Keep in mind it works very badly in this campaign, but it should allow you to tell that.
You're getting very sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
What is your bank account number?
What's your social? Give me English.
Play immediately. Discard all talisman cards.
Ah,
I don't think we have.
I don't think anyone has talisman. Does anyone want a plus 20 to first aid? Going once. Going
I'd
twice.
probably get rid of that one.
Sold.
so you gotta sell it more. You gotta be like, hey, Wrestling, I think I'm gonna get hurt real bad soon. I need you to take this card and hold on to it. Did you make your roll? Now you fumbled. Okay.
We are secret agents.
Totally Manchurian candidate.
Wait.
What?
I don't want to fumble, so I'm
I've got
gonna.
no
it's fine.
reroll
I'm
cards.
going to lead you down a rabbit hole now.
I don't want
Plus
to.
10%.
I want you to strap in and tuck
I
your cock.
want to spend a hero, asshole.
Do you want to spend, or here, you want a plus 10% assist?
Sure.
All right.
I want to talk to him about like the gray aliens programming the fuck out of this dude.
And then there's your
Only a
10%.
fail? Who can tell? But by God, if he'd fumbled again, I would have fucking laughed so hard. Okay. Fuck you, I'm spending a hero, bitch.
Fumble.
Fumbles are what my fucking happy place is. So, yeah, no problem. Corey, this guy he finishes up his story when these guys kind of drift back over. At this point, the daughter goes, "Dad, are you okay?" And he says, "Carly, hon, could you please get our guests some water?" She goes, "Okay." And she kind of looks at you guys like, and goes off to get water.
How old is Carly?
Your guess is she's right on the cusp of like finishing high school, going to college type age. So probably 18, 17, something like that. There's pictures of her.
No, I know. I just wondered.
Logan, when we first came in, you mentioned something about the couch compressed. The cushions were compressed. What did you mean by that?
All the way across. Imagine 3 fat people coming over to your couch and all sitting down simultaneously and then getting up simultaneously and leaving the couch.
Or one larger person laying across all 3 cushions,
Yes.
Or one gorilla.
like sleeping there,
Yes.
and then showering downstairs instead of from the master bedroom because they're separate.
Gotcha.
It's alarming to me and kind of sad how quickly Corey came up with all these things. Is everything okay, Corey?
Fine.
Fine. It just shows him like breaking pencils under the desk and shredding them.
No.
Cool. All right.
All right. So, Oliver, can I use your washroom? Where's your washroom?
He points at the same one that is right down here because that is closed. There you are.
Hold on a second.
It's on the same floor.
Yeah, well, you saw it already. You could throw things into it from here.
Okay, I'll go in there and close the door. Is there a medicine cabinet in here?
Yes.
Sure.
Anything in it?
You look through it, and it's like the medicine cabinet is the kind of person who probably doted or dotes on their kid a bit too much. Like there's all the like, my child has a boo-boo, let's get that spray shit and bandages, all that kind of stuff. There's also like extra feminine products and stuff in there. An evidence analysis roll lower is better, Corey. All big brand names, no generic shit either. Starts with E. Yes. Yes. There is not even any fucking drugs for you to take in here. You can try snorting some of the spray. It doesn't do anything good for you. It's just horrible.
Okay. I come out. Oliver, do you mind if we take a look around and see if there's anything that may help us in our investigation to try and resolve your wife's murder? Perhaps.
Of course. Anything I can do to clear this up, I'd be happy to.
All right, so we're just going to take a look around. Do you have a study or her room or something like that? Maybe we would find something in there that would be helpful.
He shows you around the house.
Do they have a study?
Yeah, it's right off the living room. It's where the printer is. It's kind of like a combination. It looks like he's kind of taken over part of it as his home office looking for work.
You mentioned their printer had heavy card stock earlier?
Correct.
When you say like heavy card stock, is that for like business cards, printing out business cards?
Or resumes. Corey, mute yourself when you're not talking.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say I take a little pocket. Hold on one second. I take my pocket black lighter and run it by the desk and see if there's any ink or anything. No, there is nothing that would set off your alarm here at all. Actually, you guys can all give me evidence analysis rolls if you'd like.
Critical.
Yeah. You're thinking that your presence was anticipated. The only person who doesn't realize that is Yang. He's like, this guy is squeaky clean. It looks like a good, whole-blooded, red-blooded American to you. This is the kind of guy
usual here.
Kind of guy
Russian TV dinners in the freezer. I don't know. You sure like borscht.
I'm giving him a card for that. All right, so there he is. Right. So yeah, you guys look around. Let me double check, but I think you've got pretty much all you're gonna get here. Yeah. Oh. While you're trying to pay attention to the case, the guy's battling you. He's like, Carly got 2 different full ride scholarships offered to her. It's great.
Well, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. One's in Brown University in DC, and the other is right here. And the one in DC is for academic, and the one here is for soccer. She's like, I'm playing soccer. He's like, yes, hon. She's wanting to play soccer. You think you found pretty much all that you're going to find here? I mean, he does have a really nice barbecue grill out back, and he has the kind of deck that you could easily invite over 15 or 20 people, sit around grilling brats and other very American things, or as they call them now, freedom meat product.
Bratwurst is German.
So, Oliver, you said you got let go from your job. Where were you working?
Oh, I was a financial consultant.
For?
He gives you the company name and stuff like that. He says, yeah, sometimes you just, the economy is a little rough right now.
When did you get fired?
That was a month ago. I mean, I can't say it didn't put any extra strain on our relationship, but not a huge amount. I mean, it's something we're getting through. She was making plenty of money. We weren't going hungry or anything. Plenty of Swanson's TV dinners to go around if we wanted to eat in front of the TV. That's a joke. It's
watching baseball, I assume, or some sort of traditional American
TV show. Talking to you about the local baseball team as though he studied it. Are you into fantasy football, he says?
No, but I do know a previously good defensive lineman who happened to be the head of security at the hotel.
Oh, he says. Oh, Bob, I've met Bob. Nice guy. He's a good people.
Well, can I tell if there's any cameras or anything around the house, like hidden cameras? Like, does anything stand out? Well, like you could tell sometimes with pinhole cameras if there's like in the fire detector or smoke detector. I mean,
yeah. I found out the easiest way to find that stuff is you just get a flashing light, stand in the room when it's completely dark, and then flash around. And if it reflects, that's the lens. They sell products for $1,000 that flash. Do it with your phone.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Mind counting to 10 with your fingers?
Fucking take a card. I don't know if Russians go one or
it
one.
Goes.
Well, that's I know Germans do, but I'm not sure on Russians.
German and Russia, or German and Russians go 1, 2, 3.
He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he starts with his thumbs. You just take a card, you fucking sneaky bitch.
How is this hard?
Can you say federal court order? It's one of those words that's impossible for people that are mimicking an accent to say.
He says
federal court.
It's being hauled off in the background. No! One of the grays. We got another one.
I am the gray.
Mute yourself, Corey. So, I'm not sure. Are they watching TV next to you, Corey? Is that what's going on?
No, my daughter is walking around the room speaking loudly, and that's why you can hear her.
Have you tried putting her in a closet? Wow, he froze up for a second.
Yeah, no.
Grab her, put her in the closet.
Put them out on the balcony.
Yeah, I'm just amazed whenever I find parents that haven't discovered the Velcro thing where you can stick people to the wall and shit. That strikes me as such a cool idea. Anyway, to think my parents had to use duct tape. How times have changed.
Yep. Now I just get locked in the dungeon.
Nice. Well, when you're an adult, you'll develop some whole new kink. So good for you.
All right. Well, I think we're done here, right? Pretty much.
If we have a look in the garage before we go?
You go in and look at the 1-car and the 2-car garage.
Oh.
There's also like a riding lawnmower and stuff because, of course, they're in the suburbs. They got a big lawn. They have as Americana of lifestyle as you could get without.
Is there like a crowbar around?
No, that's not a normal part of the Americana experience. That's just your dad.
I could like grab a crowbar right now. I thought that was normal to have like a room.
That's why I said it's just your dad. That's the only people who keep a fucking crowbar handy.
Well,
I know.
Any of the evidence that we bagged, did it include her car key?
No, you didn't find any keys or any of that shit.
I want to go look at the dock outside or the whatever it's called.
The dock? Oh, deck? You
Deck.
mean the deck in the back? It's the big wooden thing that you put the barbecue grill on top of and have seats on and shit? Cool. The guy goes out with you and he's explaining how he built it with his own 2 hands, blah, 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 blah. He's as proud as Corey if Corey managed to put together a birdhouse that didn't kill as many birds as the one he did.
It's a elaborate trap.
So, no problem. You guys finish up in the house. There's nothing. Everything is completely in character for the most generic American family you could ever imagine, and painstakingly created.
So, in the garage, did it look like there's normally 2 cars parked there?
Yeah.
So I ask him, what car did your wife drive to work?
Oh my gosh! He says, "I'll be right back." He goes and he gets like a copy of the deed and stuff because they have all that paperwork and shit. So you have the make, model, license plate, etc.
And can I have your spare key?
There you go.
All right, thank you. Now we might have more questions, so
Of course, anything I can do to help bring my wife's killer to justice would be great.
all right, I head for the door.
Can I have a business card or something in case I find out anything so I can contact you?
I give him one of my business cards.
He gets offered several. No problem. He puts them on the mantelpiece. Thank you. He goes out, leaves the door entirely on the other side of the threshold, then shakes everybody's hand, then goes back in, and then closes the door.
I look at the old lady pretending to shop her butchers. She in the same spot?
Yes. Here's what she's doing now. I've got a different picture of now. Here we go. Junk. There you go.
Let's see, where is she? Oh, there she is.
She's busy at work. Mm-hmm. Busy.
All right, so we get in the car.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I'll wander over to the lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello.
I know that.
Would you like some tea?
No, thank you. No, thank you. But I know
Disappointed.
a person like yourself probably notices a lot of things in the neighborhood.
You should have some tea.
What is your obsession with tea?
Oh, where
She
your
looks
manners?
around. She goes, "It's in the house."
Spots of tea would be lovely.
So, have you noticed anything unusual? Bye.
Oh, Wrestling Rat had said something to her that caused her to just turn and go into the house.
Come on. If you be polite, she'll be more willing to open up.
For some reason, you detect that Yang is reluctant to go into the house with her. That's what she looks like in the house. She fixes tea for you. She comes over.
I totally like don't just walk in the house. I'm like, I peek around the corner.
No problem. She comes over and gives you guys all tea. She says, "Terry was a lovely woman. Lots of people thought so, men especially."
So I'm totally doing empathy on this lady, trying to get the read on her.
She's going,
Yeah.
Rattle's like,
Can I also try empathy?
her in the eye.
She's definitely the murderer.
She's a gray. She's one of the it's said here to keep an eye on the humans. She has interesting things on her windowsill beneath, or on the other side of some gauzy drapes, like the binoculars, camera, telescope, reel-to-reel recording thing. You know, the usual things that bored old ladies have. She has a few cats too. It probably goes without mentioning.
So, have you noticed anything unusual in the last couple of days?
Oh, I wouldn't want to speak out of school.
Oh well, don't worry about it. You've heard of police and witness confidentiality. So whatever you tell us, we can't tell anybody else. So you're totally safe.
I think that St. Terry was having an affair. A very handsome man would often drop by, but always when Oliver wasn't home, before he lost his job, of course.
What model or type of car did he drive?
Oh, I don't know. I think it might be in the picture. Let me check the filing cabinet. She goes over and searches through and comes back and hands you this. There you are. That's a picture with him, his car, and his plates. Is that enough?
Oh, very helpful. Thank you.
I'm always happy to help the police. I had to take that picture because Angelique would not believe that St. Terry was having an affair, so I took a picture of the gentleman caller.
I gotta get rid of...
Unfortunately, I have some other things to do. I believe Mrs. Swenson will be watering the roses, and I have to make sure that I'm in position. So she takes back the...
Can we keep the picture?
Of course, I have several copies.
You keep doing what you do, and we'll be in touch if we need anything more. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
All right, I'm getting rid of a next larger die size card. Anybody want
that's
that?
a sexy one.
No.
So if you roll damage, you get to roll a larger die.
Or if you can keep it till the end of the adventure when you do skill ups, you get to roll a d8 instead of a d6.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
On one of them.
In that case, maybe I'll get rid of a stealth plus 20.
Logan, I'm going to call the station and have them run the plates that are in the picture and see who the car's registered to.
It's registered. They come back almost. They run it while you're on the line. Mr. Jeffrey Silver, according to his records, he works at the Charity Office for Landmine Removal.
There's some booming information.
Oh, take a
Current
card.
address?
They've got it for his office. They are happy to give that to you.
I'm gonna get rid of plus 5%, unless someone wants that.
Nah, go ahead and get rid of it.
Okay. So you want to give Mr. Jeffrey a visit here? Find out his involvement with the Russian agents there? I mean, Terry and Oliver?
Yeah. So when we're in the car, I want to be mindful of counter surveillance, see if we're being tracked by anybody, and I'll also relay the information I found that he was clearly lying to us. And
Oh, who's driving?
That's what I was going to ask. Is
I'll
I
drive.
want a driving role from somebody.
I can drive.
Unless you've got under 60, in which case every day is a fucking nightmare.
No,
Oliver is clearly Russian. I think we just figured that out from the get-go.
I think you'll find it's pronounced Geico. It's an insurance company.
Something that we could use.
no problem. I made it.
Excellent. You are the chauffeur. Rasslin, do your counter surveillance. And Vince is pontificating with interesting stuff. You'd have no idea if you're being followed or not.
Followed by the gray aliens and the old lady. She's everywhere. Coincidence? I think not.
Parenting's really changed since I was a kid. My parents would have come and snatched the phone out of my hand, strangled me with the cord, and I'd be grateful for it.
So
I remember my father would slash me to bits and dance about on my grave every night.
okay, so let's say these guys are agents of some sort of Russian secret
Mafia.
agents. No, Russian mafia don't hide that they're Russian.
yeah,
They embrace it. These guys
they're
are
Russian
some sort of agents, right? So I don't even understand like at what level that works. Like why? I mean, I get that maybe. So the only thing I could think of is that maybe if the hotel catered to like
Rich people.
Not just rich people, but influential people, like people in government or people high in business or whatever like that.
The hotel is called the Ambassador.
And that's who she was trying to film, is political people. And
getting dirt on influential people so they could extort them or whatever.
Right. So this seems above our pay grade. I'm just saying.
Are we even getting paid for
Possibly.
this?
I get checked. I don't know about you.
Fair question.
I guess they don't.
I sure hope Cynthia is, because this is bullshit.
No shit. Anyway, so what? So they have a handler then?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what the movie matinee ticket was, because there was one movie matinee ticket. That's probably where their handler meeting was.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a husband leaving in the middle of the day.
Maybe.
Because he ain't working. But either way, like, so I'm assuming that possibly that's what the invisible ink is for, is communications to their handler people. Maybe.
Say that last part again, Corey.
That the invisible ink was used to communicate to whoever their handler is, like the info that she uncovers.
Yeah, possibly. Let's see.
But then, so how about this? So I'm obviously the equipment that she uses to write these missives that she's giving to her handler was all at the hotel. So how did it get from her desk at the hotel to the handler? Did she mail it? Did she hand it off? Was it a dead drop? So if it's a dead drop, it probably didn't rotate too much. So maybe she went to a specific location on a regular basis. Did she have some sort of routine? The people at the hotel might know that.
Right. We could also go check out her car, see if there's any details in there. The bartender might be able to tell us something. This boyfriend of hers might have actually been the handler, but I don't know why the handler would be coming to her house.
Probably not.
So here's the other thought, right? So the coins that were left on the counter, you said were a Russian custom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if the handler didn't hear from her when he normally does, and then came to the hotel to check on her, found she was dead, and then left the coins as sort of his little memorial to her? Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he's going back. Vince, you get a call on your phone.
You're ringing, Detective Lansbury.
Yeah, you should answer that.
So what's dead drop?
I answer his phone.
The coroner is on the line, and he's like, we want to let you know we got the autopsy done. Whenever you want us going by, I'll let you know what's up.
Okay, thank you. I hang up and give it back to him. Here's your phone.
Yeah, dead drop, to answer your question,
Reaches in my pocket for me.
Yeah, he totally did. You got felt up.
To answer your question, the dead drop is where a note or something is dropped, and then somebody else will come pick it up. That way you can't be seen handing it off directly.
Gotcha.
So if she's this Russian spy, she's going to drop information somewhere. Someone else will come pick it up.
Right. It's a way to exchange communication without being obvious. And ideally, you pick a location that's not commonly frequented or that people would stumble upon, so that only you and the contact would know where to look for the particular communication.
Show me what you got. So shall we go check out Jeffrey Silva next, or go
Yeah, I
check
think
out
we
her
should at least.
vehicle?
I think we should swing by the office of Jeffrey and just see what he's about if he's there.
How did he die?
Okay. Jeffrey's dead?
No, dude, not yet. Not yet.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right. I'm keeping an eye out for tails while we're on the way.
It doesn't help. You've already had your role.
Okay.
You had
Can
your
I also
little
try
concern.
counter surveillance?
No, he didn't. He didn't mention that he was doing it, so you don't know what he's doing. You're just getting driven around, or you're going for a ride. Corey's going for a drive.
Right.
You're going for a ride.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Be sure to discard some cards down so that you can get back down to 4 cards, everybody. That's why I moved you back to that air board so you could. I have no idea what kind of fucking conversation Corey's kid's having, but it's sounding like it's getting more interesting if people are fucking dying and shit.
Also,
It's
is that where
funny,
the other split went?
She's been talking on the phone for like 2.5 hours. My phone conversations are less than 2 minutes long, or I fucking lose my mind.
Yeah.
Aren't kids these days supposed to fucking text instead? I thought calling was not done anymore.
I prefer calling people because it's easier than my fat thumbs clicking 5 buttons at once.
Yeah, but you're a weird dude. I mean, most teenagers fucking just, it's eggplant emoji, sweat emoji, and apricot emoji or peach, and then that's it. And then, you know, they're done.
Dung.
I mean, you know, that's what Corey keeps sending me. I know that.
Stranger danger.
I love the stranger danger culture. They had some little girl, maybe like 8, 10, something like that, went missing, and she would keep hiding from people who are out on rescue parties and shit because she didn't know them, and her parents had taught her stranger danger, and that's it. They didn't be like, you know, it's okay, trust the cops, you're white. Didn't know that shit. So she kept hiding from people.
That is amazing but horrible.
They eventually found her despite her attempting to hide from the rescue parties, but how you doing on discarding some cards down, Corey? Is it making you crazy?
Holy puckaroos.
Well, you might want to, because I know that the normal thing when humans, not just any age of humans, but all humans, Vince, whenever they hear something that they don't understand or know what it is, the normal thing is just to ignore it. However, if you've seen with like the dead drop shit, it's actually potentially some useful information. So if you hear a term like that and you don't know what it is, then try to be cognizant of it and not just ignore it, because most people just, if it doesn't make sense, it just gets skipped over. It's just how humans are wired.
All right, so this is little tips.
Well, eventually, you will gain real life spy lore if you play this enough. You will find out shit like that.
Skeptical of everything.
That too. Jay, reduce your hand down to 4 when you get a chance. We're teaching Vince to be nihilistic in his approach to life. So
trust nobody. Everyone's out to get you.
It's about as good as we can hope for.
Everyone's gonna be a great alien sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
Better start shooting them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Training Time.
As long as wrestling didn't get any reds, you're good.
No, I got a red. Let's see. If you have any points toward cold-blooded killing, discard all cards immediately.
That won't affect Corey, so go ahead, Corey, with your training time.
Okay. Oh man, I got
Do you
some
have any
good
points
cards
toward
too.
cold-blooded killing?
I think so.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I had like 3 cards that were like saved till the adventure too.
Do you have a nope in your hand, Vince?
Yeah, does anybody
Sorry,
have
what?
Do you have a nope card? N-O-P-E? Nope.
Nope.
That's
Can I
the
have
one we're looking for.
Yeah, I've got a point in cold-blooded killing.
1 point. That's rough.
Oh, there
It's
goes
just that one
victory.
little-
There goes camaraderie.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, that sucks.
Just one little murder, and now you pay for it the rest of your life.
I have 2 limited retrieves. It's not like that's going to be helpful.
Maybe. I don't know.
I just have
I would-
armor piercing, 2 limited retrieves, and a clogging creed.
I would suggest trading one of your limited retrieves to Corey if Corey's got room to trade you something. That way, if one of you guys has to discard all your shit, you don't lose both of them.
Gotcha.
But that's up to you. So, right, you guys head over to the wildly named charity office for landmine removal, and you get to meet up with Jeffrey Silver. Now, this is not just him sitting around an office. He actually has people working here. The one thing, and you don't even need an empathy roll for this, he just feels oily as shit. Okay? And he says, the police have been expecting you at some point. I'm just stunned. Terry was a volunteer here from the very beginning. Please come with me to my office unless you just want to stand there. I'm assuming you're going with him.
I follow.
Okay. He says, our organization raises money to collect and destroy landmines. So far, over 1 million people in the office. Yay. And he takes you into his office, and on his computer, just before he closes it, one of the pictures he has is one of the good time pictures of like Terry and her family. That was a Vic picture, if you know what I mean. Had a lot of data, extra data. He closes the laptop and he says, how can I help you?
I show him a picture of Terry.
Oh,
and ask if he knows this person. Do you know this woman?
The one I was just discussing as we walked through the office? Yes, I'd gotten word that she had died. And it's horrible.
Gotten word from whom?
What?
Who did you get word from?
Oh, the hotel called.
Why would they call you?
She volunteered here. I guess the general manager was calling certain friends, close friends of hers.
Why would the general manager of the hotel call her close friends and not her husband?
Yeah.
Well, he did also call the husband, but the police had already called. Also, the general manager, I don't want to repeat what he said. It was not a nice thing to say.
About whom?
It was about the police. It was 3 words I just prefer not to repeat.
So somehow the general manager of the hotel knew that Terry volunteered here and knew that you ran it and thought of you as a close enough friend that he would just immediately think to pick up the phone and tell you about her murder.
Well, he did say,
even though you're not immediate family, you're not associated with her.
Recently, I don't think he was getting along with the officers who were investigating the case.
I still find it extremely suspicious that you're on the call list, being that you're just running a charitable organization that she volunteered for, and would normally just find out through normal channels that somebody that worked for you or had volunteered for you had died, and not be a personal call immediately on the general manager's list. That strikes me as very odd. Did you perhaps spend more time than just professional time with Terry?
What are you saying?
I'm saying, did you have a relationship with the victim, sir?
Oh, yes, we've been friends for years.
Were you ever more than friends?
We were good friends for
Did you
years.
sleep with her, sir?
Oh, God, no.
Did you spend time at the hotel with her?
Yes, sometimes I would go over to the hotel and whatnot. That's how I met the general manager. One of our certificates is on our office wall, as a matter of fact. At least it was if somebody's taking it.
Is it just me, or does everyone sound kind of muffled?
Yeah, Logan started to sound kind of muffled there for a second.
Hey, Tom Cruise. I still sound well.
Yeah, still muffled.
I'm not sure what
Much
I
better.
can do. Am I getting better?
Yeah, you're better now.
Excellent. Apparently, just clenching my asshole just a bit. I feel better now.
Your other Adam Zeppel.
That's right. It's like being with Mini Ralph sometimes, isn't it? Just alarming. Anyway.
So passively, I kind of wanted to look at his laptop, like not too noticeable, to see if there's a USB stick or.
Not currently. It's closed. There's nothing sticking out of it and whatnot, other than power cord.
Is he wearing a wedding ring or have pictures of family around?
No.
Yellow.
Yeah, pictures of like of kids missing various body parts and shit like that who are looking very sad, and like logos give generously so this doesn't happen again. You know, that kind of thing.
When was the last time you saw Terry?
Oh gosh, I think it's maybe a week before the tragedy happened.
And where did you see her?
She was here. She sometimes even put in some time on the phone. God, she's a trooper.
And how many times have you visited Terry at her home?
Wow. Now and then I'd swing by and we'd discuss new strategies for landmine removal. In fact, it was I that helped her and her husband to meet. It was in Lincoln, Nebraska. I remember I'd rented a Swan paddle boat.
I wish I could use advanced interrogation techniques.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else I can help you officers with? I've got a lot of lives to try to save.
I know. I'm sure my partners have additional questions for you.
Mm-hmm. He says. He looks at you in his oily way. He gives you a thumbs up. Are you counting? He says.
Just thinking about something. I do that every now and then as a little stress reliever.
Oh, here, let me give you this. He gives you a stress ball that has like this kid who's missing both of his arms. Every time you squeeze it, it looks like he's crying, and it says "Give generously" on it.
I take it. All right.
It shows you a flood of tears and shit. Together we could beat landmines, he tells you. Mm-hmm. Well, if there's nothing else, gentlemen, he is doing the ushering you the fuck out of his office so he can get back to work.
Yeah, I stand up to leave.
Yeah, I'll go.
Before we leave, how long did you know Miss Terry?
20 years. Have a good day, he says.
You too.
All right. He smiles at you in an oily, greasy way that cuts all hairs on the back of your head.
All right. Oh, wait. I need to do my AFK, so I'll be gone for maybe 10 or 20 minutes.
Are you taking the daughters in the background with you?
I will remove the background so you don't see anything.
Oh no, I meant, you know, I thought you were deporting her.
He's wondering if they'd be there when you got back.
Possibly, yes.
Deport them. Who the fuck spends 2-3 hours on the phone?
And normal people. Could possibly even be longer.
Wait, do you have any daughters, Jay?
Yeah.
How many daughters you got?
One.
What?
One.
That's some scary shit there.
Do you guys live in England/Australia, or like what's your time zone? I should be more specific. I know that you live in England or England time.
I'm in Hungary right now, so I'm in Eastern European time.
Yeah,
I don't live
in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm everywhere. Yeah. Jeff.
All right.
You guys, after getting exited out, Terry becomes, dead lady. No. Dr. Yang becomes the driving golem. He basically will ferry you around in your car and just sit in it and stare into space. And wonder if this is where his career is going.
And wipe the drool from his chin.
I got to drive around the white people all the goddamn time.
Yeah. I mean.
All right, so I will instruct him to drive back to the hotel.
You get back to the hotel.
And I don't know, is there like an employee lot in the back? Or well, I'll drive around and look for her car.
You find it. It's in the back near the door that is the back door. A quick search of her car, since you thought ahead to get the fucking key and shit, you don't have to do horrible things to it to get it. It is freakishly bare of any. It's so clean that it hurts. It's almost like it's been detailed. In fact, you can still smell not the new car. Well, no. Oh, it is new car smell. If you hold up a little canister, it says new car smell. Find a way to bottle that shit.
Cremated cars.
Is there? I look to see. Is there a camera back here, with inside of the car?
Is this like a rental? Is it?
Oh no, it's an owned car.
It's our car.
It's just at the perfect, like, we're middle class, like 3 years old and all that kind of shit. There is a camera in the back, but it's been turned just enough where it's not going to get the back parking lot. It looks like it was made to get the back parking lot, but maybe wind or some guy with a broom or something managed to turn it enough to not be able to catch anything useful on it.
I want to look in the trunk.
There's no junk in the trunk. Other than the spare tire and stuff, I mean. See, it'd be funnier if you were older and like that. But, yeah. Anyway.
You're looking at my ass.
Yeah, the car's completely clean. And really clean.
Now, Logan, just to clarify, you had mentioned there was a general manager of the hotel. What was her title here?
Terry is the general manager of the hotel. The guy that was giving Corey shit, and Corey managed to find a way to get the guy to try to subtly act against him. He was like the front desk manager. So Terry would have been his boss. She's basically the boss of the hotel and worked for whatever corporation owns the hotel, because private individuals don't own shit anymore, apparently.
Gotcha. All right, so Let's we'll walk over closer to the hotel. The camera that's been pushed aside, is there any way to tell? Does it look like it's been pointing that way for a while, or does it look like it might have been recently moved?